all of it and a lot more, and the audio streams, Infowars.com/show. We're going to be finding out, obviously, very, very soon about Trump's VP. And I have talked to a lot of big pollsters who are doing private polls to actually really gauge what's going on, not just political polls paid for to find out what the candidate wants to hear, so they can then put that back out to the public and create a self-fulfilling prophecy. But I will tell you, Trump is not in this realm. Trump, just like he's not taking big money from the establishment, is not paying for push polls where you call up and basically have the questions arranged so that it makes it more opportunistic, makes it sound more moral to be for one candidate or the other. Or polls that basically ask you questions that are so horrible about a candidate that it turns you against them. It's a way to put disinfo out there and say, basically, did you know that Donald Trump was convicted of rape, which isn't true, but your company calls up and asks that question and says, are you aware of it? And then it starts rumors. I mean, there's all sorts of dirty tricks that they can do with these systems. They can also pre-program them so that when they call you, even though you vote one way, it votes another. But the biggest thing they do is they have lists of people that have been polled before, and then they have these so-called phone lists that they claim are clean, and they call them, and it's predominantly old landlines, so it's older folks, and they can be basically guided into answering the questions the way they want. Then the national news can put that information out, and it creates the perception that Hillary Clinton is really ahead when she's not. Then weak-minded people who just want to feel like they're on a bandwagon and voting for the winner so they can have bragging rights, go ahead and vote for Hillary. So that's basically the corrupt form of polling. The real form of polling is to see how your message is getting out in a particular area, a particular demographic, a particular voting block, a particular state, a particular region, so that you can tweak your messaging to see what is more effective. It's a guidance system. And Facebook and Google have admitted that they're pledged to getting Hillary elected and to mobilizing as many young people and other internet users as they can to do that by the news, by the search engine queries, by the crafting of headlines about how they direct you, where they direct you. The fix is totally in at a level never before seen. And Google and Facebook and Twitter and Apple and Microsoft, just the entire establishment is lined up against Donald Trump. And all the big money is lined up against him, and the mainstream media is lined up against him, and almost all the foreign leaders, from the communist Chinese to the corrupt Saudi Arabians to the corrupt Mexican leadership, they are all ALL lined up against Trump. It is just such a no-brainer that he's the guy to vote for. But separately from that, Rasmussen poll, Trump takes 7-point lead over Hillary. We're going to be getting into that report. Also, and I told you 2 weeks ago, multiple polls show him 7 points ahead. And it's not just Rasmussen, but I'm not at liberty to talk about it because those are private internal polls. There's actually some thought in the Trump campaign that they don't want to put out too positive news, or the troops will stop fighting as hard, and then Hillary can pull some scams down the road, and we're going to lose the whole ball game. Just because we're, 1 touchdown ahead, it's not even halftime yet, folks. But that's the allegory. That's the analogy. We're 7 points ahead, 7 points ahead, and we're going into halftime next week. And then, boom, it's into the third and fourth quarter. It is on. This is it. And it's all accelerated in those last 3 months. First 2 quarters is a year and a half. And then it all compresses like a quickening or a singularity in those last few months. Get ready, because you're going to see the dirty tricks. You're going to see the stops being pulled out here. But I really want to say to the Bernie Sanders supporters, I really want to say to just the general public at large, how could you not be for Trump? You know the big banks are totally against him. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Warren Buffett, Wells Fargo. These are the big banks that launder the drug money on record. These are the people that run the whole show. These are the people that fund the open borders, that fund coming after our guns, that fund breaking up the family and all these disinformation campaigns and third wave feminism and all of it. I mean, you go look at who's financing all of it. Bringing in the, quote, refugees. It's all the same totally cold-blooded multinationals that if you see what they do in Africa and Latin America and places, I mean, it's slavery. But here they fund all this fake, gooey, modern neoliberalism that is cyanide. Donald Trump is like defibrillators on a country that's had a heart attack. It's electricity. It's dangerous. He could turn into a megalomaniac and take us in directions. Who knows? I mean, I can speculate all day, but the evil that's running things is scared to death of him, for real. Because he's a nationalist. He's exposing the globalist campaign, the Saudi Arabians' role in 9/11. He's exposing how China's bought off our politicians and giving speeches that no one covered. They would not show any clips of what he said other than 5 seconds long. It was so historic, I had tears in my eyes. I'm not trying to go off into a Trump love fest here, but that's just a fact. If you want to read some of the ways they manipulate polls, there's a Zero Hedge article we have posted on Infowars.com from ZeroHedge.com. More questions emerge about skewed Hillary polls. You can really see the skewing because they'll have all these other independent scientific ones that show Trump dead, even, or ahead. And then all of these other polls just show her like just massively ahead, 10, 12 points, 9 points. It's just total bull. I mean, look at that photo you just had on screen of her supporters. I mean, Arrested Development, vapid, stupid looking. And there's this wicked alpha predator, just flaming evil, with a list of crimes behind her and wreckage that is just unbelievable. And they love the gimmick, she's a woman. It's just truly sickening. Truly sickening. Meanwhile, there's a new video we're going to be playing coming up. Hillary goon attacks elderly woman holding Bernie Sanders sign at a unity rally. He comes up and attacks her. That's how they operate. They've blocked our aircraft. Never been done before for the entire 4 days. They're doing it 5 days out, actually. So a day early. 5 days of the convention. 30-mile exclusion zone. Never been done before in Cleveland and in Philadelphia. So we're going to be looking at all of that. Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, who you know is an ultra-massive critic of George W. Bush, total credibility. He's come out and said, Gestapo America, Adolf Hitler is alive and well in the United States, and he is fast rising to power. And it gets into the FBI, the Democrats, the Republicans, all of it. I mean, the establishment is together. They're different in name only. The Republican establishment hates Trump. I mean, you line up every enemy of this country, every evil group. The people that put in the racist minimum sentencing that targets blacks particularly. There's even statements from Hillary and Bill about blacks are super predators. Blacks need to be made to heel like a dog. But it's okay because the media said Donald Trump's a racist. He's a racist. And speaking of that, the weaponized ignorance of the entire MTV, CBS, ABC, CNN, fiction, nonfiction, the universities, the high schools, everywhere, pulling out the stops to create total hysteria. An Obama meeting for 3 hours yesterday with the head of Black Lives Matter. He doesn't meet with foreign leaders for 3 hours behind closed doors after a photo op to plan the Summer of Rage. And speaking of that, be aware, but not there. We'll have our crew there tomorrow. Day of Rage scheduled for July 15th. That's tomorrow. 2016, we'll tell you about that. And now there's the new talking point. And when I say this, I want you to understand, I don't say this to be shocking or for rhetoric or because there's a small connection. What is now being announced by Obama through Black Lives Matter and the UN is State Department Memorandum 7277 and public law. We're printing all that off right now. I want to show that to you when we come back. This is actually a U.S. government plan for world government through the UN from 1962. Freedom from War is the name of it.
To a professional trader in precious metals, the key is spot price. Spot price is market price, what gold or silver actually costs on the exchange. Regular people looking to invest never get spot price because resellers add fees for everything. Refining, minting, brokerage costs, commissions. The public is never offered spot price until now. In a limited new customer outreach, JM Bullion offers you the chance to own a 10-ounce bar of pure silver at spot price. No fees, commissions, markups, not even a shipping cost. Now, through JM Bullion, own the most real investment of all at real cost. Not a piece of paper from Wall Street or a bank. A 10-ounce bar of silver at spot price. That's a solid investment. But you must act now. Go online to realpricesilver.com for this limited time offer. That's realpricesilver.com. realpricesilver.com. Limit one offer per household, 50 United States only.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the highest quality body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. Why would you go anywhere else? KD offers rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. And now introducing trauma pads. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free water filter for a limited time with any body armor package. Go to KDArmor.com. That's CATI armor.com. Come and take it.
This is Alex Jones. Thousands of people seeking home security get ripped off every day. The security industry uses hordes of salesmen to scare you into signing long-term contracts with no way out. Protect your family the right way with Simply Safe. Simply Safe has no long-term contracts, no hidden fees, 24/7 monitoring, and it's just $14.99 a month. That's the most things. Visit SimplySafeDefense.com to get 10% off for listening to my show. SimplySafeDefense.com.
Think about this. Your community's aging water infrastructure systems are very likely to be contaminated with heavy metals like lead, disinfection chemicals like ammonia, chlorine and chloramines, and pharmaceuticals like statins, pain meds, and antidepressants. And no, water treatment plants are not equipped to filter these pharmaceutical toxins out. Protect your family's water supply with the trusted Big Berkey water filter. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show Big Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria, and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market, the gold standard in water purification, and our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Are you worried about how dangerous the world has become? In these days of terrorist attacks, natural disasters, or even a future collapse, you need to be medically prepared to keep your family safe. I'm Joe Alton, MD of store.doomandbloom.net, where you'll find an entire line of uniquely designed medical kits and supplies for when help is not on the way. For everything from individual first aid kits to the ultimate family medical bag, go to store.doomandbloom.net today. That's store.doomandbloom.net. You'll be glad you did.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.
Today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade.
Alex Jones here, back live. We have breaking campaign 2016 news. We're going to have Roger Stone on tomorrow, hopefully 20 or 30 minutes before the actual announcement of who it really is. And I'm not saying it isn't Pence, to hopefully give us the first scoop. But we did tell you a few weeks ago that he had been the front runner, but that Senator Sessions has tried to bow out himself. Trump may crazily still try to pick him